Make sure we're centered. Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. It's so good to have you. Today I'm going to be talking about why I'm choosing to breastfeed my toddler. Okay, so just to introduce it a little bit, breastfeeding a toddler in my society, I live in America, is looked down upon. It's somewhat shamed. People look at you like you're crazy when your toddler is clawing at your shirt, trying to reach your breasts either from the top of your shirt or the bottom of your shirt, and it's kind of looked at as gross. And I do believe that there's an underlying disacceptance, if that's even a word, of breastfeeding a toddler. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends up to 1 year, and then as long as you and the child are cool with it. But really, it's up to 1 year. The pediatrician I have didn't even ask if we were continuing. He was just like, yeah, let's just put her on some milk. And it was just, there was no conversation that was had. And I know this is my experience, and it might not necessarily be everybody's experience. A disclaimer before we begin is that I know the motherhood community can be a little brutal. This is not meant to shame anybody or make you feel less than if you're not doing what I'm doing. It's just what I'm doing, and I'm just telling you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So let's get into it. My first point is that it is easy and convenient. Being able to breastfeed my daughter gives us flexibility in that if something happens where she hits her head, or she's just not in a good mood, or we're out in public and she's just really tired, or we're off of the schedule, I can always breastfeed her and it will offer some relief. She will forget that she just hit her head, or she'll have a sense of, like, I don't know how to describe it, like warmth, normalcy, something that she's familiar with in a setting where there's nothing familiar for her. And it's very beneficial. It's convenient. The fact that we haven't started the weaning process, or I don't know if I will do that even to begin with, means that I don't have to deal with a fussy, upset toddler that's trying to rip my shirt off of me. And I think that's very beneficial, because being a mom can be stressful to begin with. So add that on top of it, and it kind of just adds way more stress than needed. So that's my first point. My second point is that it offers immune system boosting properties. If you didn't know, breast milk contains antibodies which act as passive immunity. So basically how it works is the saliva from my daughter's mouth interacts with my breasts, and my body then takes that signal, and whatever she's fighting or is exposed to, my body will then make antibodies from her saliva, and then the next time she feeds for me, it will the antibodies that I created for her will go to her. And it doesn't just work with her saliva. If I'm fighting something or whatever I have been exposed to in the past, to a certain extent, will automatically go through the breast milk. And researchers say that the immune system gradually improves from infancy onward. But when a child stops receiving that passive diffusion, they're more likely to be sick or have illnesses. And I mean, this is not to say that children who stop having breast milk at 1 are automatically sicker, but my baby has not had a cold yet. I think when she was a newborn, she had a stuffy nose, and that was about it. But so far so good, and I have no complaints. Dealing with a sick child is no joke, and I don't want to deal with it. And if I can offer passive immunity, I'm gonna go for it, because it makes my life easier. And my last point is, just because something is not popular does not make it incorrect. Did I say that correctly? Not popular doesn't mean not right. There we go. That's better. And in America, there's a lot of things that we do culture-wise that kind of just don't make sense when you add it up. and I feel like this is one of them. Ancient civilizations definitely breastfed past 1 year, and it was celebrated, and we just got to a place where we think we're so great, we're so smart, yada yada, and we're kind of just breaking from all the norms that our ancestors had way back when. But even if you look at cultures within the world now, the Quran mentions that mothers should breastfeed for 2 years, and says pretty much that the father should support them in this endeavor, and it's the best thing for the baby. I don't really know the Quran like that, but that's what I read online, and but I do know the Bible a lot more, and I know the story of Samuel says that Hannah gave Samuel over to Elijah after she stopped weaning him. And there's no specific date given for this, but commentators say that it's between 2 and 4 years of age. So that was the norm back then. I think that when it comes to which advice I would listen to or which society I would listen to, it would be the ancient ones or the ones from the past, because I do believe there was a hidden knowledge, even though we paint them as very simple and without understanding, versus now where we think we're so smart. So that's pretty much my point, and I hope you guys learned something. If not, that's cool. But my goal here is to make breastfeeding popular amongst people that look like me, or just anybody really in general, because it's beneficial for the baby, and it's beneficial for the mom. But I don't want to welcome any shame in this community either. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and if you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want to, subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.